It's the final match of the regular season for the Swope Park Rangers as they host Seattle Sounders 2 in a crucial matchup as the Rangers look to win and secure a top 4 seed and a home playoff game in the upcoming USL Western Conference playoffs. Welcome into Kansas City, Missouri, beautiful Children's Mercy Victory Field. I'm Carter Augustine. I'll be bringing you all the action from tonight's match. And Seattle Sounders 2 coming into this one. It's been a tough season for the visitors in 12th place in the West, but a very experienced side. 6 loanees on loan from the parent club Seattle Sounders to play for Sounders 2 tonight, including this man, Harry Shipp, the vastly experienced former Rookie of the Year candidate in MLS, making his 3rd start for the Sounders. So look to play spoilers on the road here against the Swope Park Rangers. And meanwhile, for the Swope Park Rangers, plenty of changes tonight, including a first career pro start for Max Ragova. The SKC Academy product figures to play a huge role in the Rangers' attack as they look to go on and try and secure that home playoff game. Let's take a look at the rest of the starting lineups. Starting with the visitors, head coach Ezra Hendrickson. Just 4 returning starters, 7 changes to the team that lost 0-1 down in Tulsa. But as I mentioned, plenty of experience there and plenty of talent as well. 6 players on loan, including the goalie Tyler Miller, Aaron Kovar, and the man up top, Sei Edikoya, looking to lead the line for the Sounders as they look to play spoilers against the Swope Park Rangers. Let's take a look at the home team. 3 changes to the side that lost 4-1 down at Oklahoma City. Nikola Popovich bringing in Robert Mirosavic in attack, Max Ragova as well, and then Tyler Pasher making his return to the back line as the Rangers currently sitting in 4th, level on points with 55 with Phoenix Rising. They'll try and hold off Phoenix, work their way into the top 4 and host a home playoff match as the USL season wraps to a close. So plenty to play for tonight for the Swope Park Rangers. Stay tuned, we'll be right back for kickoff.
Rangers fans, 2018 are on course.
Welcome back to Kansas City, Missouri, at Children's Mercy Victory Field. What a pivotal night for the Swope Park Rangers, sitting on 55 points in 4th place, trying to hold off Phoenix Rising, who certainly have been rising over the past month or so in the USL Western Conference. A win here would virtually guarantee a home playoff game for the Swope Park Rangers. They could even see themselves move up to the 3 seed should results go their way in the remaining game or 2 games, depending on which team you are in the USL in this 2017 regular season. Meanwhile, Seattle Sounders 2, 6 loanees in the team, trying to prove a point to the coaching staff. Head referee Tim Wagner blows his whistle, and we are underway in Kansas City, Missouri. Swope Park Rangers with the ball, and immediately it's a turnover forced high up the pitch. I say Adekoya And now a shot from distance. Oh, and Darren McLeod was stuck in his shoes there. Nothing he could have done about that one, as Ray Sorry lines it up, and the captain, boy, he wasn't far from finding that far corner. And now on the shortly taken goal kick, the high press from Seattle again causing problems for this Swope Park Rangers side. So the Sounders starting in their all-white strip, moving from right to left. What a breathtaking start it has been for the visitors as well. They're winless in 6, our Sounders too. Last win coming August 16th. Just coming off a tough 1-0 loss against 10-man Tulsa Roughnecks, but sure have started on the front foot. 7 changes made to the side from that result. Meanwhile, for the Rangers, as we mentioned, needing a win to pretty much lock up a home playoff match in the USL Western Conference. Phoenix Rising would have to win by a monumental result to overtake them on goal difference should the Rangers get all 3 points tonight. So I'm sure all eyes in Phoenix are on this game tonight and what it could possibly mean for Phoenix Rising and the rest of the Western Conference. Boy, what a weekend it will be as well. The Rangers wrapping up their schedule, their 32nd game here tonight, as Ragova takes it out of the sky. Max Ragova, the 17-year-old, bristling with confidence on his full professional debut. His first start, has come on 6 times as a sub in this season. Saw him pluck it out of the sky, and that's what he brings to the table. Not afraid to run at players. Keep an eye out on that left wing for Max Ragova, but as I was saying, most teams in action this weekend. Of course, another game tonight that Phoenix and SPR will be watching, San Antonio versus Portland 2. That going on tonight down in Texas. The game in the Eastern Conference on Thursday, Western Conference on Friday, and then the rest of the games this weekend should make for a really exciting close to the USL regular season. Here's a ball pumped down the left wing for Ragova to chase, and chase he does. Looked a lot to ask of the youngster, but those young legs stretching themselves in the early moments of this game and forcing Seattle back line to put it out for a throw-in. Here's that throw-in from Tyler Pasher to Lebo Maloto. Signals cross between the left back and the false 9. Now it's hacked clear by Seattle 2. But second ball won by the Sounders, and now they can look for the runner up on the left-hand side. Smartly knotted down, and now an excellent ball picked out to the right-hand side, and a fist-in cross dealt with by Juan Kuzain. Now Colton Storm will try and bring it clear under the pressure of David Olson. So the Rangers know that 3 points will put them in a great position to host a home playoff game, and they know in their history they've won all 3 matches against Seattle Sounders 2. Including a 2-0 reverse up in Seattle beginning of this season. Of course, 3 16-year-olds featured in that game for the Sounders. And here come the Sounders now. Quick counterattack looking for the feet of Adekoya. He's back now. David Olson, he's picked out a good pass. Plenty of space in the middle of the pitch for Zach Mathers to work. Now he tries to spread it out wide. Offside against the Sounders. Aaron Kovar just straying into an offside position. So the Rangers can start from the back, and as they are wanting to do, they will pass it around, try and hold on to possession. The change in strategy and MO for Swope Park Rangers, defending USL Western Conference champions. As Pasher pumps a hopeful ball up towards Seattle penalty box. But it's been a complete turnaround and change in style of play after last year head coach Mark Dos Santos took off for the NASL, and Peter Vermees and Nikola Popovic really looked over this side, laid out some objectives to play a few more first team players this year, as well as try and bring academy players into the setup. And most importantly for head coach Nikola Popovic, and something he's very proud of, is the amount of Swope Park Rangers that have played their way into Peter Vermees' first team plans with Sporting Kansas City. A number of those players unavailable today. Here's a turnover, and the Sounders can come forward again. It's Olsen running with Colton Storm, and Storm able to recover. Put some pressure on the Seattle left winger, but he's done well to keep possession. So too does the captain. Sorry, just calms things down and spreads it back. Here's a good entry pass. And now plenty of space for Olsen on the left. Cutting onto his right foot, knocking it inside, and Mathers is there. Now Kovar on his left foot. Well, he likes to cut in on the left. This one straight at Darren McLeod, getting his 4th start. You can see the dangers that Aaron Kovar possesses. Making just his 3rd start for Sounders too. Of course, he's got 32 appearances in MLS. And of course, as we've talked about, Barnathan looking for Miro Savage, and Miro Savage didn't quite make the run there. Talked about a number of players unavailable due to Sporting Kansas City having a game against the Houston Dynamo this evening. The likes of James Musa, Amir Jidic involved in that one. Here's a good through ball. Rogova, is he onside? No, he's not. He's offside. Good line by Jordy Delem and the rest of that Seattle back line. And a number of potential Rangers players this evening down in Houston. And just an update in that game, Sporting Kansas City have taken the lead through Jimmy Madronda down in Houston. So plenty to look forward to in both of those games. Playoff implications for both Sporting Kansas City and the Swope Park Rangers. Harry Shipp. The wonderful diagonal over to the right-hand side. Now he'll sprint back into the middle, trying to get involved. Wanted the return from Kovar. Shrug of the shoulders when he didn't get it. Now here's Shipp again. Playing a more withdrawn role to start this game. Sam Rogers making his 24th start. One of the few ever presents in the side for Ezra Hendrickson tonight. And what a pass that is. Huge diagonal from left to right. The Sounders can push up the pitch. Shipp feeling the pressure of Maloto behind him. Just swings it back. It's a tough pass for Sarri. He has to retreat, lose some ground, and the Rangers will push their defensive line up a little bit. Shipp plopping it down onto the chest of Kovar. It's a good touch. He lays it back for Mathers. Mathers has found Delem, and lots of space on the right-hand side. It's a deep cross. Squared back into the area. That ball was bouncing around, and finally the Rangers able to clear. It was a lovely idea from Steve White to just hit that first time back into the area. That was the right back Delem getting forward on the right, crossing it for Steve White, the left back. So the Sounders getting plenty of bodies forward in the early stages of this one. We approach the 10-minute played mark. Still 0-0 here in Kansas City. The Rangers know that a draw means they leave the door open for Phoenix to overtake them It's a poor pass from Omar Ballo. But Felipe Hernandez nipping at the heels of Ship. He steals it away. The Rangers in their traditional home blue-on-blue kits build once again. Dakota Barnathan. And just his 9th start. Looking inside for Hernandez, who gives him a look of bewilderment. Not sure what he was supposed to do with that pass. And again, the Sounders can try and break clear. Kovar, he's gotten himself involved in the early stages. High press from SPR forces the ball all the way back to the goalkeeper, Tyler Miller. Miller, one of the 6 loanees from MLS team. 3-time All-Big Ten at Northwestern. Big body too, 6'4", almost 200 pounds, and he's making his 21st start minding the net for Sounders 2. Some quick feet, good maneuvering from Olsen, able to escape a double team on the near hand side. And again, Sounders 2 looking to build through their goalkeeper. Ship dropping very deep. Rodriguez now slots it on to the right-hand side. Offside clearly on Kovar there. It's a good line from the Rangers back 4, and Kovar just giving a shot. He wanted to pass a little bit sooner, but did look that Kovar had just taken off a little too early for Zach Mathers. 2 of the other loanees on display for Seattle, and you never know with Seattle trying to make a run into the MLS playoffs what a role they could possibly play, despite Sounders 2 season being over after this weekend. Here comes Pasher. Off the crossbar, Maloto. Wonderfully worked attack. And a well-executed cutback from Tyler Pasher. Lovely weighted pass from Ragova to Pasher, and he cuts it back from Maloto, who can't believe that didn't go in. 6 goals on the year for Maloto. Surely he thought he had his 7th. It bangs off the crossbar, and Seattle escapes for now. Ragova. Inside, Hernandez. And now Barnathan with a little slip pass into Maloto. His first time pass goes astray, and the Sounders again can turn and run. Kovar. So a good matchup here, Kovar and Pasher. In the early stages, there Pasher shrugged off the ball by Mathers. Mathers getting forward, looping in across, and it's a foul against the Rangers. It's good refereeing there from the assistant on the far side, and head referee Tim Wagner, they let the cross go. It was a tough cross to complete due to the foul. It was past everyone, and so they blow the whistle. And it's a good-looking set piece for the visitors. Enterprising run from Mathers. He's been an ever-present for this team on loan from Seattle, but he's making his 22nd start. Did well to draw a foul, and now Aaron Kovar on his left foot, whipping it towards the back post, and it's over everyone. Yelling frustration to the sky from Aaron Kovar, the homegrown player from Seattle, Washington. And you know his left peg possesses better quality than he displayed on that free kick, so it's a let-off for the Rangers. The Rangers, by far the best chance of the game so far. Fantastic pass, splitting several white shirts there from Barnathan. Maloto retreats back, and Kuzain gifts it away. Good lead from Mathers. Streaking forward is Olsen, cutting it from his right to his left, now onto his left foot. He's pressured into a tough situation there, Olsen. He's trying to just put it in a danger area, but Darren McLeod getting his angles correct. Making his 4th start, as I mentioned, due to Adrian Zendejas. action for Sporting Kansas City, actually on the bench tonight in Houston because Tim Melia injured in Sporting Kansas City's last game in Minnesota. So both Andrew Dykstra and Zendejas playing in MLS this evening, and that means Darren McLeod, 6'3" Ontario native, making his fourth start. Moments ago, Rugova whistled for a foul. There's McLeod. Conceded 5 goals in his previous 3 starts. Here's pressure from Adekoya, smashing down the clearance attempt from Barnathan. And that's allowed Seattle to take possession away. Sorry, coming back all the way to Sam Rogers. White, a delicate pass into the feet of Ship. He immediately looks for Aaron Kovar on the right wing. It's good build-up from the Sounders, but Delem just had straight into an offside position. And when that ball came back from Kovar, he just didn't check his run there. So an unnecessary offside, really killing the Seattle attack as they look to build in the Rangers' half. 18th minute, 0-0 the score here. Swope Soccer Village. There's a foul against Ella. Cameroonian native, just a bit too aggressive there, over-eager, and jumping over Rugova, and that will be a foul, but the Rangers bring it all the way back, and now Duke trying to slip it in behind. Referee played advantage and called it back. So a free kick for the captain, Christian Duke. Started every single game. This is his 32nd of the year, and every single game in the 2-year history of the Swope Park Rangers. Now Storm just looking for the run of Miro Savage. Good defending there. Steve White and Rogers able to mitigate the danger of Robert Miro Savage. And how quickly could Seattle get forward from defense to attack? Kovar now sizing Pasher up one-on-one. Onto his right foot. Loose in the area and pounced on. Good goalkeeping. McLeod. Looked like David Olsen might get there for a split second. Adekoya couldn't quite bring it under his control. And the heads-up goalkeeping of Darren McLeod, able to smother it after the first touch from Olsen. Just couldn't quite deaden it in front of himself. Excellent goalkeeping there from the Rangers netminder. And now Miro Savage into the penalty area. Miro Savage on his right foot, trying to cut it back. Defended out for a corner kick. Good work from Robert Miro Savage. Wants to get it back onto that left foot, but good defending. Do the scouting report. Did Steve White. Just shepherds him to the end line, and here comes that left foot of Robert Miro Savage now. Signals and in towards the front post, headed away by Delem. And again, the second ball cleaned up by Colton Storm. He takes no chances there. He saw numbers shrieking forward in white shirts. The defender, second on the team in minutes now. Really has had a solid first professional campaign. Draft pick from North Carolina. Outside of the boot attempt there from Ship. Not quite what he was intending, straight to the feet of Tyler Pasher, and now Maloto's tackled away. Strong tackle all the way back
to Darren McLeod. Soccer fans, Nike is an official sponsor of the USL. For more information, visit nike.com/soccer. Pressure from Hernandez. He sends that one back from whence it came. 19-year-old making his 17th start, former SKC Academy product. Mathers starting to see pockets of space open up in midfield. He sprayed a ball out wide right to Kovar, waiting for the overlap from Delem to come. Well defended initially by Pasher. Delem able to keep it alive. He just stands it up high, looping cross into the opposite area of the box. Sorry. Wonderful ball. Delem, great control. Slides it back to the edge of the area. Time, you could hear the shout from the sideline, and Kuzain brings it under his control. And now a coming together there between Kuzain and Mathers. And on first glance there, it looked like a heavy touch from the youngster Kuzain. Really made that into a 50-50 challenge. You can tell there, just a heavy touch. Kuzain gets there first. Nothing in it from Zach Mathers. Didn't look like he got the ball. So a sore one for both players. Mathers looking bemused. Not sure what he was supposed to do on that particular play. Kuzain able to walk it off as well. So it appears that there's no harm to either player. It's quite the coming together in midfield. Second ball, Moloto trying to get onto it. Defended well, though, by Rodriguella. And then Kovar trying to dribble it back. It's knocked out of play. Keep up to date with the USL all season long by visiting the new USLsoccer.com for everything you need to know about the USL. Bit of a push there, and the ball is actually started while the referee was helping Christian Duke up. Entry pass intercepted by Storm. And then a second strong challenge from Colton Storm. Look at that backtracking from Say Adekoya. Homegrown Seattle native tracking back. Able to take it away. Here's a poor pass, and now the speedy Tyler Pasher trying to outrace the Seattle back line, but equally speedy is Jordy Delem. He's done well to initially take it away from Pasher, and secondly, hold up play, win a foul for his team, and ease the pressure that was just upon the Seattle back line. So the Rangers currently sitting in 4th place. Level on points, 55 with Phoenix Rising. Get back to that as Seattle. Nice interchange down the left. To the top of the area. It was a wonderful pick out. Right on the edge of the area, and Zach Mathers just didn't get connection with it as he wound up and had a smack. Just didn't catch it clean. Great approach play on the left-hand side there, and a wonderful 1-2 really set that up for Seattle. Onside, says the assistant. Adekoya trying to square it. It's an on-rushing Mathers. Deflection took the steam off that cross attempt. But again, Seattle streaming forward. Nice run here. A couple of step overs. Kovar, and he fires it in towards the near post. McLeod giving a shot of encouragement to the left side, but Kovar just dribbling through a host of blue shirts there, unleashing a shot. Get a whole lot of steam behind it. So an easy enough save for McLeod at his near post, but the danger starting to increase from the visitors. Adekoya keeps it in play. Now, sorry, it's a ball that just deadened right in front of Rugova, but sneaks past the youngster. Wonderful tackle, though, from the 17-year-old, playing his part in defensive duties for this Swope Park Rangers press. Miller putting aside on the pressure with a really slow pass out to the left-hand side. And White's pass didn't help Rogers out either. Good pressure, though, from Felipe Hernandez. Robert Miro Savage. It's a throw-in for the Sounders. Kuzan comes in to help squeeze Olsen out of possession. Now back to the Rangers on 55 points, just 1 point behind San Antonio FC, who are in action tonight as well. As I mentioned, against Portland 2. And Portland 2 is the team that plays against Phoenix Rising this weekend. Here's a slack pass from Balo, and Barnathan had to slide in to prevent an easy breakaway. It was a full-blooded challenge on Mathers as well. Big-time decision here for the referee, Tim Wagner. Looked like Barnathan got the ball in the end. Both players going in with really the same effort there on that tackle. It's a foul given, but no card against Barnathan. Mathers unhappy with the challenge. I think when he sees the replay, he'll notice both players really stretching their foot at the same angle there. But he's been involved in the wars, hasn't he? Zach Mathers, 10 goals, leads the team. You can see he's an all-action player as well. And a word with Kovar. Mathers now stepping up to take. Firing in towards the near post, and he slams it in. Zach Mathers has stunned the crowd with a free kick goal. And Sounders, too, take a 1-0 lead over the Swope Park Rangers. Well, we saw him have a word with Aaron Kovar before stepping up to take this one, and really it's a two-bouncer in towards Darren McLeod's right-hand post. It was an innocuous looking strike, but it curled its way into that bottom corner, through a couple bodies as well. And the well-placed strike from Zach Mathers has the Rangers on the ropes. They'll be celebrating in Phoenix with that opening goal. As we approach the half-hour mark, the Rangers now trail by a score of 1-0. We were just talking about these playoff scenarios, just a point behind San Antonio, level on points with Phoenix. They know that a loss or a draw here really leaves the door open for Phoenix Rising. Meanwhile, if they win, they could even overtake San Antonio should San Antonio not win one of their remaining 2 games. It'll be an uphill battle now. The Rangers fall behind thanks to that man, Mathers, drawing a foul, scoring the free kick. And Sounders, too, looking for their first win since August 16th, almost 2 months ago, really trying to spoil the home playoff chances for the Swope Park Rangers. Here's Mathers fighting one-on-one with Balo. Scrap moves into midfield and allows Christian Duke to stand in. There's a poor touch from Maloto, almost fell to Duke, and now Maloto on the double team, able to squeeze it back. Faking the shot, cutting it back onto his right. It's deflected. That made it an easy gather for Tyler Miller, where it looked like Maloto perhaps could have slid Rugova in on the left-hand side there. Here come the Sounders. Mathers again. Boy, the stanchion behind the goal still shaking. was always traveling high, but I'm sure McLeod heard that one as it stung the air, moving past him. That's a blast from Mathers, really feeling it after that free kick goal. McLeod had it covered, but an excellent strike from Zach Mathers. Gova trying to sprint away down the left-hand side, and it's a double tip, as you could see from the referee signaling. You saw Jordy DeLem stand up. He knew he had made the play there. He gets the call as well. It's been a good start to the game for Jordy DeLem. He's played 14 games, 9 starts in MLS for Seattle. 32 caps for the Martinique national team as well, and he's done a good job so far against the combination of Rogova and Pasher. Here comes Barnathan, whose foul led to the free kick, from which the Sounders scored. He dumps it into the corner. Miro Savage giving chase. Now a clever little touch there from Barnathan to ease it into the path of Colton Storm. Barnathan, just unable to control it with Storm, but he does really well to keep it in play. And this could lead to something for the Rangers. Hernandez into the area, cuts it back, defended out for a corner kick. Good recovery from the captain, Ray Sorry, but how about the effort from Colton Storm? Wonderful rookie campaign from the right back. And his industry has created a chance out of nowhere for the Swope Park Rangers. Miro Savage again stands over this corner with his left foot. Lofts it to the back post, and it's off the post. Maloto again, and then it's skied over. Looked like Kuzain was the last man to have an attempt there. But another effort from the Rangers rattles the woodwork. Miro Savage, it's a great delivery, and actually the header from Maloto is off target. It bounces off the head of Steve White and off the post of Tyler Miller's goal. That's twice now the Rangers have struck the woodwork, and it's still 1-0 to Seattle. So a flurry of activity for the Rangers. Can they use that to try and gain some momentum? Maloto turning and spinning, finds Colton Storm. His first touch a little loose. Storm still drawing a double team, and now it's played out of bounds by, they look to be off David Olsen. But it's a throw-in for the Sounders, and now a poor pass straight to the path of Kuzain, so immediately the Sounders put themselves back under pressure. Storm, who his first touch really just got away from him there after he was wonderfully picked out by Maloto. Here comes Tyler Pasher. He finds Duke. Rogova, step over onto his left foot. Good attacking play from the academy youngster. You can tell it's what the coaches say is his strong point. His confidence in running with people at the ball. Nice little crossover move to try and get it onto his left foot. It's blocked away though. It'll be out for another corner, and it'll be another in-swinger. So a different SPR player to take this one's Felipe Hernandez on his right foot into the area. Miller spills it and right into the path of Ray Sorry. Storm just allows Mathers to run past the ball, but then he runs past the touchline. Out of play, Colton Storm. Sorry, he's found Kovar in a pocket of space. Is a good entry pass as well. DeLem will just slow things down. Sounders enjoying a bit of possession in the attacking half after the Rangers responded well from conceding just around 10 minutes ago. Here's White into the feet of Olsen. He's tackled out of play. Colton Storm, as mentioned, second on the team in minutes is Storm, and up in the conversation for Rookie of the Year in the USL. Adekoya picks out a good spot behind the defense, and the throw picks him out as well, but his cross is to no one. The Rangers will play it all the way back with McLeod. He's under pressure, so he'll just pump it up. Miro Savage, flick on header, easily dealt with by the Seattle back line. Fans, make sure you tune into the USL's weekly show on Sirius XM FC Channel 85, Mondays at 8 o'clock Central for the latest news and information from around the league. Also, don't forget, Sirius XM FC will air the game of the week. Check USLsoccer.com for dates and times. Kuzane running into a bit of trouble there. He'll back it out. Find his fellow Academy product, Hernandez. Storm was looking for the run from Miro Savage, but he's looked up and intercepted the pass now. Storm making inroads down the right-hand side. Tried a little deep move, but sorry. Said not so fast. Read him the whole way, nipped it away, and now Mathers has drawn yet another foul for his side. Certainly has been an interactive first half from Zach Mathers, the 23-year-old Keller, Texas native, one of the on-loan players from Seattle Sounders. He has the lone goal as Duke slides in to steal it away from Harry Shipp. Mathers, the 15th pick of the second round, the 2016 MLS Super Draft. After a stellar career at Duke University. Hernandez now giving chase. It's laid all the way back to Miller. He'll just sky this one up towards the head of Olsen. His flick on, an easy one for Barnathan, and the Rangers again trying to find some options in attack. Hernandez now back with Storm. Omar Ballo making his 16th start after a pretty tough start to the season. Not really seeing a whole lot of time, but he's certainly factored in to the second half of the season, and he's partnering Dakota Barnathan here this evening. Barnathan making just his 9th start. Former Super Draft pick of FC Dallas found his way up I-35 this summer, signing on with the Swope Park Rangers. Looked like a handball right in front of me from Olsen, but not called. Good footwork after the no call, and Colton Storm with a no-nonsense tackle. Able to slide in and prevent Olsen from streaking down the left-hand side. Miller again in front of Mizzou. Olsen trying to turn Storm, and Storm does a good job. Saw it coming the whole way. Tried to streak forward, wanted a return from Miro Savage. Miro Savage looking up the pitch from Maloto, and it just didn't come off. Duke now finds Pasher. Numbers streaking forward for the Rangers. Rugova. And the final touch came off the foot. And number 79, Max Rogova, so it's just a goal kick for the Sounders when it looked like a promising attack for the Swope Park Rangers. Less than 5 minutes of regular time to go in this first half. The last regular season match for the Swope Park Rangers. As again, they're looking for all 3 points to try and hold off Phoenix for 4th spot in the USL Western Conference. Maloto, quick feet, he draws the foul from Harry Shipp. Perhaps a chance to pump some big bodies forward here for the Rangers, but they do like to take these free kicks short. Looks like that's exactly what Captain Christian Duke will do. Barnathan in for Hernandez. His first touch got away from him, but he was strong in the tackle to keep possession. And Storm again recovers the ball for the Rangers. He's done that a few times in the past few minutes. It's a tough one for Maloto to handle, but he does superbly with a touch off the head. A back and forth game in midfield now. Maloto really starting to feel it, and he caught one in the face there. Didn't look like anything malicious from Rodrigue Ella, but Maloto goes to ground. So I was just saying, a couple of clever touches here in the past minute or so, and yeah, you can see the hand there swiping across the face of Limo Maloto. I got poked in the eye there, Maloto. He's seen to by the SPR training staff. That brings up an opportunity to mention the bench for the Rangers. Some firepower there as they trail by a goal. They might need 2 in the second half. The likes of Nansel Selbel, second leading scorer for the Rangers. Cameron Iwasa on loan from Sporting Kansas City. As well as some defensive options as well. And Will Little could possibly feature. It looks like Maloto should be okay. Never fun when you get a poke in the eye. Nikola Popovic looking on with some concern as a free kick goal from Zach Mathers has thrown a wrench into the Rangers' plans. It was actually not a foul apparently given by the referee. Just stoppage in play and a drop ball. So it'll be interesting to see how the teams address this one. Sportsmanship play from the visitors as Kovar just knocks it back to the goalkeeper. So the Rangers were temporarily shorthanded. Hernandez tried to take that with his back heel. Didn't quite get it, but Maloto now checking back onto the pitch. Full strength to the Rangers, but Sarri just swoops past Maloto in midfield and continues his run. Mathers now with Kovar. The Sounders will slow it down. We move into the final 30 seconds. Regular time in this first half. Should see some added time for that injury to this man Maloto just moments ago. Can't take that one down under the pressure from Olsen, and Olsen slips the tackle from Maloto. His pass well intercepted. Kuzain. Saw it coming and now springs forward the Rangers attack. Rogova just trying to urge Tyler Pasher forward there, and Pasher on his heels a little bit unable to catch up to the pass from Max Rogova. As we hear from the sideline, 2 minutes of added time in this first half. Ballo does well to come over and clean up. And now the throw-in is just advancing a little too far for the referee's liking. And the Sounders will go all the way back to the goalie. But it's nipped off the toes of a defender, and Hernandez just trying to steal in. He stole it away from Rogers. Just couldn't get to it ahead of the onrushing Tyler Miller. Heads up goalkeeping from Miller to keep this thing at 1-0. What a calamitous error that would have been right at the end of the half. Rogers breathing a sigh of relief. Duke now standing it over top. Miller again well off his line to head it clear of his goal area. Pumped forward, Ballo wins the header. Second ball, though, falls to Olsen. Plenty of space again for Mathers. Trying to slide a pass through for Kovar, who was actually offside. And Pasher had read the run as well. Got there first, but an offside call. We move into the dwindling final seconds of this first half. Sorry intercepts the pass. Strides forward, picks out a good ball to the left-hand side. Adekoya waiting for numbers to join him in attack. 1-2 edge of the area, and now into the area. And nothing given as Olsen falls to the ground. Referee blows to call a close to the end of the first half. And a sensational goal on a free kick. Zach Mathers is the difference in this first half. The Swope Park Rangers with work to do as they trail by 1-0 going into the halftime break. The Rangers need to win to guarantee themselves a home playoff spot. Stay with us. We'll be right back for all the halftime stats and analysis and highlights. First half full of action. Swope Park Rangers 0, Seattle Sounders 2-1 as we go into the halftime break.
Also, don't forget, Sirius XM Let's go, Leo. He's got some great kicks here. Little high.
Halftime in Kansas City, Missouri. The Swope Park Rangers trail Seattle by a score of 1-0. They'll be looking for some magic in the second half. Try and claw back in this game. Rangers knowing full well they need 3 points to guarantee themselves a home playoff game once the USL playoffs get kicked off about a week and a half from now. Let's take a look at the first half highlights, what got us to this 1-0 score. The Rangers put under pressure immediately from the Sounders. It was a good start from Seattle. And Kovar was involved in the attack in the early stages. This was the best chance for the Rangers by far. A nice cutback from Pasher, and it smashed off the crossbar. Ivo Maloto just trying to ease it into that near post. Just about missed it. Again, Kovar involved. Good intervention, though, from Darren McLeod to snuff the danger off the toe of David Olson. And then the goal. Mathers won the free kick. He stepped up. He curled in a two-bouncer. Just snuck in to the near-hand post there. That is the difference in the first half. Rangers did get another great opportunity on a set piece, and actually on second glance there, it looks like Tyler Miller might have gotten a hand to that to tip it onto the post. He did indeed. Great camera work from our crew there. I didn't see that one when it happened live. But what a wonderful save from Tyler Miller. Tips it onto the post, and that would be the last of the good chances for the Rangers as they responded well. They trail by 1-0. So much to do left in this second half. Sounders 2 looking to play spoiler. And the Rangers' plans for a home playoff game. Let's take a look at the first half stats. Somewhat surprisingly, the Rangers giving up possession. They don't do it that often, but 52% to the visitors and 3 shots on goal as well. 3 corners have produced decent chances for the Swope Park Rangers, but set pieces for Seattle have carved out some chances as well, including the lone goal of the first half. So there's work for Nikola Popovic and the Rangers to do in this second half. Can they pull back a goal or two to increase their odds of hosting a home playoff game? Stay tuned. We'll be right back for the second half kick. Halftime score, Seattle 1, Swope Park Rangers 0.
Head out to Children's Birthday Park this Sunday, October 15th. Kansas City takes on the Houston Dynamo at 6:30 p.m.
How can I help my daughter with her reading?
Searching for help with Dachshund breeding.
Why do you not get me?
I do. This is what it feels like for kids with learning and attention issues. Redirecting to understood.org.
Join parents and experts at understood.org, a free online resource about learning and attention issues to help your child thrive.
I'm a retired school psychologist, and helping people was my thing.
I was very independent and thought I could take care of myself. I fell and I had to have Meals on Wheels.
After my stroke, when Meals on Wheels started, I was on the other end of the stick, so to speak.
Meals on Wheels coming to my door as someone who's housebound, having someone check on me, assures me that I'm not forgotten.
Meals on Wheels has given me a mode of freedom that I wouldn't have otherwise.
We're the clients.
We are the clients.
We are the clients of Meals on Wheels.
America, let's do lunch.
1 in 6 seniors faces the threat of hunger, and millions more live in isolation. Drop off a hot meal and say a quick hello. Volunteer by donating your lunch break at americaletsdolunch.org.
At halftime, welcome to our USL studios. Storylines abound in the USL as the season nears its conclusion. Record-setting attendance, just one of the many focal points that we could talk about. It's what we do talk about here. With Morgan Conklin, Mike Watts, big milestones over the weekend. At Rio Tinto Stadium, over 8,000 witnessed as the regular season championship trophy was hoisted by the Monarchs. It's just part of a larger milestone weekend for the league.
And the big story of the league is the USL crossed the 2 million in total attendance mark and became the first North American Division II league to do so.
But it's not the league that does it. It's individual teams with their fantastic fan bases, new homes. They're setting records too.
And that's led by FC Cincinnati with almost 340,000 fans at Nippert Stadium during their home games this season. Also, Sacramento Republic FC averaged a sellout crowd each home game at Papa Murphy's Park this year. Ottawa Fury FC also saw 6 figures in their season attendance.
In total, it's 2 million through the turnstiles. It's a giant increase league-wide.
An increase of 33% so far, and there's still 1 week to play.
So the story is about expansion, teams rising, teams falling, playoff hopes, some dashed, some just now beginning to find its legs. We're enjoying all the fans that have made it out so far, many more to come. For Morgan Conklin, Mike Watts for the USL Network, enjoy the second half.
Maybe you can make retirement happen. After all, you made home ownership happen. Homeschooling yourself on loans, beefing up your credit score.
So I'm pre-approved.
You were like, yes! Sorry. Color-coding listings, ticking boxes, and flushing every toilet in a 20-mile radius. Home sweet home. You aced house hunting. Now get the tips you need to get on track at aceyourretirement.org.
There's a shelter pet who wants to meet you. Meet one today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org. Adopt.
Every day across America, excess food is gathered by a network of good people at local food banks, giving hope to millions of children who struggle with hunger. They've earned their wings, and you can too. Together, we can solve child hunger. Support Feeding America and your local food bank at feedingamerica.org.
What's up, Ike?
Nathan.
How are you, sir?
Good, you?
Good. You ready to do a little drive time?
Yeah, where are you taking me?
Hello.
This the Uber I ordered?
Oh, are you seriously getting in the car?
Yeah, let's go, dude. You gotta drive me home. Always running the... All good things come to an end, and ours lasted
party,
6 seconds.
I didn't know Nate was driving Uber on the side, seriously.
Hey, you know what? Broadcasters got to do whatever they can to make ends meet, all right?
How many jobs do you have, Nate?
4? I don't know. Depends on the day.
So you're our announcer.
Yep.
You're a radio host.
Yep.
You're an Uber driver.
Uber X. Just Uber X.
Uber X, yeah, that's all. This is Uber X, man. We're in a Toyota right now.
What's the last one?
I do work for MLB Network as a correspondent.
Yeah. I remember the one day you actually dressed up.
Yeah.
You had your suit on and everything.
Dude, I wear fly suits during the Sporting Kansas City broadcast.
You have fly kicks every now and again. Suits?
That's true.
I'm not sure. So you're asking us questions now,
right?
No,
I like this. Benny can just interview us.
Okay.
You know,
Us? We're interviewing you.
Oh, is that both of you are, huh?
Does anybody know anything about you? I think everybody knows about us. What do you do on the weekends?
Yeah.
When you're not announcing.
What do you do for fun?
It's what do I do for fun? Well, I have a 7-year-old and a 5-year-old, so that means that.
So the fun vacuums.
I watch a lot
your
of
life.
Yeah.
They're vacuuming the fun from your life. Note to self.
I watch a lot of Paw Patrol.
What?
Yep, I know what that is.
Wait, what is that?
Man back here.
Paw Patrol.
No, I think you don't watch Paw Patrol.
I've never heard of this in my
You know Alvin and the Chipmunks, though, don't you?
Yeah.
You care to explain?
Oh, so it's for obviously for kids then.
Yeah, you care to explain Paw Patrol?
Before we start talking about Paw Patrol, can you help me not melt back here?
Meanie Benny again.
Can you handle this,
guy.
Ike? I don't know.
So,
why is there a fly on my foot, dude?
So, the story
First of
about
all, why are
Benny.
you barefoot? I think it's really inappropriate for grown men to show their toes.
Listen, he's got disgusting toes as well. But funny story about Benny, just the other day we did a charity event, Victory Project at Loch Lloyd. Beautiful event, right?
Yeah.
I was on the drink cart, handing out, drinks, water, snacks. Everyone, very nice, very friendly. I get up to Benny maybe 2 hours into the day, and this guy has the audacity to ask me for a Milky Way. Do you guys have Milky Ways? That's what he says to me.
That is a normal request at a golf course.
Oh, let me carry Milky Ways on a 100-degree day. And God forbid that this one won't
There are
melt.
ice coolers. You throw them in the ice cooler.
I will say, Benny's right on that, man. The frozen candy bar on a hot day on the golf course is fantastic. I don't know anybody serves Milky Ways, but like the cold Snickers.
Wait.
Oh, so cold Snickers is okay.
Well, it's just more normal.
Wait. So I don't golf. So you're telling me?
I don't either.
Okay, you golf. You're telling me that every golf course you go to has cold Snickers?
Yes.
Yes. Milky Way.
I don't know about Milky Way.
I refuse to believe that there are ice cold Snickers.
I know you just picked the most random candy bar, though.
You know what I mean? He didn't even say Skittles. He didn't say anything that was really that comes to mind.
I don't like
when you
candy,
think
dude.
Okay, fine. Snickers.
Can I get
Twix,
a Mars bar?
Even exactly. What's the
Almond Joy would have been the most random.
Nah, that Milky Way Almond Joys.
Almond Joys are delicious.
Oh gosh.
Are you taking us to the zoo?
Yeah. We're sightseeing, bro.
Yeah, we're dropping you off for your nonsense. Unbelievable.
Is there any way we can get this fly to go to the front there?
I don't know. Just
open your window, maybe it'll fly away.
I had the child lock on Benny's window. Is that?
Yeah, it's out.
He's gone. Roll him up quick.
Just wanted to go home.
Do you like to gamble?
I don't like to gamble. I don't golf.
Don't golf.
I do.
Read?
I love to rap.
God.
That's a true story.
Okay, let's hear a rap then.
Oh, wait.
I want to hear a rap right now.
My 40th birthday party. Your boy Jarrett Sutton was at my 40th birthday party. He saw it.
Soul. He's a
so
good soul.
There's a rap group in town called Dolomite. Have you ever seen Dolomite?
I have not.
Have you heard of them?
I have not. It's like Papa Kid or whatever.
The premise is that they play all old school hip hop music, but it's all white guys. So instead of Dolomite, it's Dolomite.
Oh.
And
I see what you did there.
It's but they all play like covers of 80s and 90s hip hop music, which is that's my thing. I love that music.
Group of white men, I assume.
Yeah. Well, there's a female.
Good songs.
There's a female in the group too.
That sounds about right.
Yeah. That's usually what happens.
Drive Time is presented by the Kansas City area Toyota dealers.
Welcome back to Kansas City, Missouri. Zach Mathers, first half goal the difference as Seattle Sounders 2, leading by 1-0 over the Swope Park Rangers. So the Rangers huddle up and try and figure out a way to claw back into this game. You know that 2 goals are necessary to get the win now. That would virtually assure them of a top 4 finish in a home playoff game. And while there'll be a couple substitutions, one for each side, we'll get back to the Sounders sub in a little bit as the teenager Max Rogova withdrawn, making his first start of his career. He's replaced by Parker Marr, making his 25th appearance. Joplin, Missouri native. Should see him slot to left back and probably push Tyler Pasher up the pitch. That's a double substitution actually for the home side. You can hear the roar of approval as second leading goal scorer SKC Academy product Nansel Selbel checking in for Robert Mero Savage. So it's the two wingers exchanged for the home side as we look at Seattle sub. I believe Henry Wingo checked in for the Sounders. We'll get that for you in just a second. Confirmation of the Sounders sub as we are underway here in the second half from Children's Mercy Victory Field in Kansas City, Missouri. Sounders starting with possession. We'll be moving from left to right in this second half, wearing their all-white strip. The Rangers needing to get back into this game wearing their home blue on blue, traveling from right to left as we move forward into the early stages of this second half. Tough one for Delem to handle. Just about got some contact with the ball. Went to the feet of Kovar. And now it's hooked forward. Pasher, who we should see in an advanced attacking position, steals it away and moves up the pitch. Christian Duke's pass was well read and intercepted. Here is that substitute, Henry Wingo, making his 12th appearance and already trying to make an impact. Wingo cutting it in onto his right foot. Shot was deflected and popped up kindly for Darren McLeod. Might have some second thoughts about his role in the Sounders' 2 goal. There's a poor header and Nansel Selbel can jump on a loose ball. Duke urging the other second half sub, Parker Marford. He's found space for Pasher to work with near the end line. Pasher trying to cut it back. It's intercepted. Mathers in the way of that pass. Now the Rangers building it through the right-hand side. Pass into the feet of Selbel. He draws a foul. So an early opportunity here for the Rangers. You'd have to expect a few of the bodies to move forward. Such a tantalizing position for a free kick. And indeed, here comes Omar Ballo. Dakota Barnathan up from their center half positions. Seattle leaving Adekoya up in a 1-on-2 situation. Everyone else back to defend this set piece. Hernandez steps up into the near post, requires a save from Miller, cut back, and it's over the line! Looked like Maloto got the shot away, just too strong for Tyler Miller. It trickles over the line, and the Rangers have their equalizer. So a set-piece goal for Seattle and a set-piece goal for the Rangers. See there, Hernandez really forcing a tough save from Miller, and then he just couldn't keep that one out. We'll have to go to the goals committee to see if this will be credited to Malota. Looks like it is well across the line before Barnathan makes sure by smashing it into the back of the net. But what a start to the second half from the Swope Park Rangers. Exactly what they needed. Right back in it. It's 1-1. And now Pasher cutting back on Kovar. Draws a foul. Just receiving confirmation, the goal going to Lebo Maloto, his 7th of the season. What a cutback it was as well to pick out the South African forward. Just had enough on the shot to overpower Miller. Level the score for the Swope Park Rangers. Just receiving confirmation as well on the halftime sub for the Sounders. It was Harry Shipp withdrawn for Henry Wingo. Kovar cutting inside on his left foot, trying to lift that over Kuzain, but just didn't get enough elevation, and the diminutive center midfielder heads away. Now a good ball in, and Adekoya rose well to meet it, but his header goes wide. It's a good pick out from the right-hand side. Substitute, Wingo. And boy, you'd have to say Adekoya should be doing better from that position. He's made a great run across his defender. The cross had so much pace on it. If he could just direct his header goal bound, certainly would have caused problems for Darren McLeod. So an impact from this man, Natsal Selbel, drawing a foul off the bench that led to the goal, and Henry Wingo trying to make an impact as well. Really wonderful cross from the right-hand side. This game has really opened up in the early stages of the second half. Moloto hearing the shouts from Pasher, and just behind him, Delem nipping in at the heels of Tyler Pasher, and just nipping back in time as well. Zane will just settle this down now. Been a breathtaking opening 7 minutes or so to this first half. Excuse me, second half, obviously. To move on in the 52nd. 1-1 the score. The Rangers equalizing just moments ago through Lebo Moloto. Just dragging it over to his right foot, and just a good challenge in the air, and now a second one as well from Parker Marr. Good interchange of passes, and Hernandez displays it out to the right-hand side. Clever back heel from Selbel. Hernandez in the area. He goes down, and it's a penalty. Selbel at the heart of it all again. He drags a clever back heel into the path of Felipe Hernandez. And the engine on Hernandez getting forward into attack. Just taking the touch past the defender there. You wonder how much contact was made in the area there. Steve White, judged to have fouled Hernandez. And so Natsal Selbel, second leading goal scorer on the season for the Swope Park Rangers, in off the bench in the second half. He's made an impact already, drawing a foul that led to the equalizer. And now he's looking for the go-ahead goal. Little scuffle behind Selbel, being addressed now by referee Tim Wagner. He didn't like what was happening between Academy Products Sam Rogers for Seattle and Felipe Hernandez for Swope Park Rangers. All of that just putting more and more time in between when the penalty was given and when it will be taken. More time for Natsal Selbel to think. And Tyler Miller to think as well, but between the sticks. Selbel slots it home. Call penalty from Natsal Selbel. And the Rangers, within 10 minutes of this second half, have turned the game on its head. From a goal down to now 2-1 up. Selbel as cool as you like. Saw the keeper diving to his left and just slid it in behind Miller. Got the goalie going the wrong way, and he's got the Rangers going the right way. 2-1 now. The Rangers back in pole position to secure at least a 4 seed in the West. Boy, what a difference those second half substitutions have made from Nikola Popovic and this Swope Park Rangers side. Selbel grabbing his 9th goal of the season. He's got 2 assists to go along with that as well. And he won't get one on the opener, but it was his work in holding up play that led to the foul and the eventual goal. Here's Christian Duke. He's had his ankles taken out by Mathers, and a nice show of appreciation between the two all-action midfielders there. Mathers back with Delem. Adekoya on the loose ball, able to nod it forward into the path of Kovar. And a good press from the Rangers has pushed it all the way back to Tyler Miller. He's picked out a good pass. And now the Sounders streaking forward. Wingo has brought some pace and energy off the bench for Sounders too. And he's brought a corner to the away side as well with an enterprising run down the left-hand side. Wingo on loan as well from Seattle and MLS. Here's a cross in towards the 6, headed clear for now. The Sounders still very much alive in the second phase, and just past the outstretched toe of Adekoya. It was a great ball forward. The Rangers now looking to counter. Selbel looking for the run of Hernandez. He slots it into the path of Hernandez. And the referee says nothing there. Another huge call for the man in the middle as Hernandez tried to slip in behind Rodriguez there. But the Selbel-Hernandez connection starting to liven up in this second half. Pasher now cutting it over to the left, and he fires it in at the near post. Good save from Miller, had his near post covered. Certainly plenty of steam behind that shot, but Miller able to smother it in front of his own goal. Well, this second half is a bit of a different tone to it than the first. Rangers really pressing well in the opening stages. Let's take a look at a key moment in the match just moments ago. Selbel just waiting and waiting for the right time to slip in that pass. Looked like he got there. And that's a great call from the referee. Looked like Ella just about prodded his toe onto the ball. He was able to tackle it away from Hernandez at the very last second. Wonderful last-ditch challenge from the big center half for the Sounders. And while we were in that replay, the second sub of the game for Ezra Hendrickson and the visitors, as Sei Adekoya was withdrawn, and it's a like for like, number 99, Felix Chenkum, replacing the number 12 forward player for Seattle Sounders. Chenkum, one of many of the Rainbow FC connection from Cameroon and into this Seattle Sounders 2 roster, just like center back Rodriguez, who made that wonderful play moments ago. So Chenkum will join the Seattle attack as they look to rebound after conceding 2 second-half goals. They were up 1-0 at the halftime break, but it's been just about all Rangers in the second half. There's a really poor pass backwards from Duke. Luckily for him, Storm was attentive and alert. Was able to retreat and not get back to the goalie, but really casual pass from the captain in midfield. Hernandez, he stood up well. Strong challenge by the left back, Steve White. Now Flicked on header to the feet of Wingo. Slots it forward for Mathers, who's running into some space. He's picked out a clever pass as well. Kovar, edge of the area, dribbling in onto his right foot. Well, he knew he wanted to cut it back onto that left, and Parker Marr was able to close the distance. Usher the ball out of play before Kovar could attempt any bit of service. Kovar will take the corner. Strong header from Barnathan back to where it came from. Kovar again. Good delivery to the back stick. Darren McLeod using the top hand just to help it on its way out of bounds. He'll concede another corner as there were two white shirts lurking at the back post. McLeod takes no chances, so again, a Seattle corner. In towards the area, and again, McLeod gets a punch to it. It'll go out for the third corner in quick succession. Really almost a fourth corner, as the first one, Kovar got a second bite at the cherry. He'll get another attempt. Kovar in towards the spot. Headed clear by Omar Ballo. Wingo using his body expertly to ward off the challenge of Kuzain. And then a wasted ball forward from Ray Sari. Let's take a look again at a couple of good touches from the goalkeeper, McLeod. Just taking no chances there, as Chenkum was right in his business. And there, did he just get a touch? Couldn't quite tell in the replay. Looked like he did in live action. So McLeod using that big 6'3" frame to good effect on these set piece situations. Marr saw DeLim trying to just touch it around him there. He ushers it out for a Seattle Sounders 2 throw in. Good turn from Chenkum. But his touch was a little loose, allowed Storm to come in and poke it away. And Storm does so again. Cuts it back and wears a challenge. Advantage played. Storm didn't like it, but he saw it coming, and it's led to an attack here from the Rangers. Selbel. Well, you see the quick feet and the skills to match. Selbel still alive with the ball. He slots it inside. And Maloto passed just a little bit behind Marr. It's a tough angle for Maloto to deliver. Nice bit of footwork there from Lebo Maloto. Escape the double team, and it's a good bit of sustained buildup from the Rangers. Duke now chipping it over the top. Pasher onside, into the area, smashes it. Kick save, Tyler Miller. Excellent chance for the Rangers for their third goal. Just a perfectly weighted chip over the top from Christian Duke. Tyler Miller strong at his near post. Pasher putting it on frame, but right at the goalkeeper on his near post. So Hernandez will take this corner kick. Bodies crowded around the Seattle goalkeeper. In towards Ballo, headed up into the air. Now half clear to the edge of the area. Kuzain takes it off the toes of a teammate, Storm. And now Hernandez sizing up Kovar, but it's a strong challenge from Aaron Kovar. But he's played around with it in the back. Tyler Pasher nips it off his toes, gets to the end line, tries to get it across. It's blocked away. It'll be another corner, hands up from Aaron Kovar, because he had a chance to clear, and he just put his own side under pressure with some loose defending. So it's another corner kick for the Swope Park Rangers. Hernandez. Delivery to the near post. Flicked away at the near post. Again, Kovar with a chance to clear, and he can't complete it. Marr with a really tough pass to handle. Selbel with an excellent touch. Maloto loses out. And now a foul off the ball. Perhaps Maloto just having lost that possession. And another look of amusement from Zach Mathers. He's certainly drawn the majority of the fouls for this Seattle Sounders 2 side. He's got the goal as well. The 23-year-old Texan really been in and around the action today in Kansas City. And after a talking to, there's a card for Lebo Maloto. First yellow card of the evening.
Ladies and gentlemen, a yellow card caution.
You can hear our field mics picking up some perhaps discrepancies in what happened. And actually, it was Colton Storm who committed the foul. So it'll be Colton Storm who goes into the book. Just now off screen. So we showed the yellow card to Maloto initially, and then after some words from I think both teams, went back to Colton Storm and gave the yellow card to the right back. So we'll have to find out if that was 2 yellow cards or just a case of mistaken identity corrected. So the Rangers win back possession from that long punt forward, and all those clearances right into the path of Ray Sari. Maloto just drags back Mathers. It's a foul, and the ball is still rolling as Rodriguella tried to come in and get the play started quickly. Not sure why the Seattle backline has any complaints there. Ball was still clearly moving. I'd like to welcome in viewers joining us after turning over from the Sporting KC game, and a tough one for SKC down in Houston tonight. They took a 1-goal lead, but much like this Seattle Sounders 2 team, saw that lead evaporate. They lose 2-1 to the Dynamo. So just 2 games remaining for Sporting KC. Confirmation from the truck that an official scorecard has just 1 yellow card to Colton Storm. So Maloto not in the referee's pocketbook as of yet. Well, he is in the pocketbook, I should say. Got the opening goal for the Rangers. No yellow card for Maloto. Here's a set piece in towards the near post. Maloto got just enough to prevent that from going to goal. And now Maloto retreating. A couple of good defensive plays from the 27-year-old. At the near post, snuffing out a couple of danger. Now ensuing corner kick, driven into the area. Clever step over move from Christian Dube. And Maloto thought he could drag it past Wingo. Just ran out of real estate. Quickly take and throw, a smart run from David Olson. Sneak in behind the back line. But his cross defended out with a throw in for the Sounders deep by the corner flag. Worked back into the area. You hear the scream there. A tussle in the area between Barnathan and Chenkum. It's a good cross from Aaron Kovar. The referee certainly in a good position to see that tussle. He elected to give nothing to either side. Chenkum trying to make an appearance. Sorry, trying to make a difference off the bench. It's making his 18th appearance. Usually a starter as well, just his 5th as a sub. Hernandez now trying to play it over the top for Selbel. So too did Colton Storm, but was defended twice well by Seattle Sounders. Selbel had strayed well into an offside position there. An easy call for the far side official, and that will allow for the third and final substitution of the game for Ezra Hendrickson and the Seattle Sounders.
Substitution for Seattle in the 71st minute. Leaving the game, number 11, Aaron Kovar.
And it will be another of the Cameroonian contingent checking in for Sounders 2, Aaron Kovar. Loanee from MLS side being withdrawn. Checking in is Guy Ejua, who has pretty much been a super sub for Sounders 2. This is his 10th appearance of the season and his 9th from the bench. So just the one start, go with 9 sub appearances. And Ezra Hendrickson will be hoping he's a super sub, as head coach for Sounders 2 has seen their one-goal halftime lead disappear in this second half. 2 rapid-fire goals from the Rangers, and now they're looking for a third. Hernandez dipping and diving in the area, smashes it off the post. Wonderful save! What a sequence there, as Hernandez looked to carve something out from a difficult angle. Didn't look like he had much room there, but he rattles the post. It's the third time the woodwork has been struck by the Rangers in this game. And Hernandez rifling it with his left foot off the goalkeeper's right stanchion. And credit to Tyler Miller, because he pounced up and dove to his right to smother the second chance opportunity. And now here come the Sounders up the other way. Delem back for the newcomer, Edua. And now Ray Sari slips it into the right channel for Delem. Deep cross all the way to the other opposite end of the box, and now Natsel Selbel has drawn a foul. He's doing well to pluck it away from Steve White. And boy, were the Rangers close to going 3-1 up. What an effort. Felipe Hernandez. And then Selbel's attempt on the rebound right at the goalkeeper. It's a smart save from Miller. He just claws it away. But Selbel had a lot of the goal there to work with after Hernandez had done so well from a tough angle to beat the keeper, but he couldn't beat the post. So still just a 1-goal lead for the Rangers. They've been the better side in this second half. Here's a ball stood up behind the back line. Maloto causing problems. And just enough done in the end by the Sounders back line. Boy, a simple ball over the top there. Maloto not known for his pace, but he certainly caused problems. End-to-end stuff, though. Sounders not content with the 2-1 score. They're looking for an equalizer. Edwa into the area. Balo was there. Sari, the captain, Kansas City native as well, making his return to the area. He had sprayed it out left, and Henry Wingo just trying to dribble past a couple defenders. Had it stolen away. Just over 15 remaining minutes of regular time. Can the Rangers hold on? Edua steals it away from Marr. His pass well read and snuffed out by Barnathan. The Sounders growing in confidence here. Mathers trying to draw in some Rangers defenders to create some space to run into. It's well defended in the end. Wingo has popped up all over the pitch since coming on as a substitute at the start of the second half. He's picked out a good crossfield pass for Edoa. Sorry. Clips it over to left-hand side. Clever touch off the shoulder by Steve White. but well defended by Colton Storm. White's throw intercepted by Selbel. He just hacks it away from his own goal mouth area. And the pass from Sari is just too tall, as even the tall frame of Steve White couldn't get to that one. Here is Ray Sari, Kansas City, Missouri native. Played at Tulsa. The captain making a return to KC Mo this evening. Well, a very good first half did Ray Sari, but just hasn't been able to affect the second half as much. It's been really the case for Seattle in general, as a couple of halftime substitutions by Nikola Popovic have really turned this game on its head. And within 2 minutes of the second half, the Rangers turned around a 1-goal deficit, find themselves leading by 2-1. And they know if they can hold on here, they will most likely hold on to that 4th position, with Phoenix rising level on points, but well behind in the terms of goal differential. You see Colton Storm getting a little talking to. He's on a yellow card. Who's the right back. Popovic does have a sub remaining. Should he feel any worry about Colton Storm? He's had a good game, but you do have to think about the next game as well. Do the Swope Park Rangers. They've got a playoff game no matter what, if it's here or on the road. Wouldn't want you starting right back out. Off the referee. Couple of hands raised from the Sounders players towards Zach Mathers. We saw him score from a free kick, but how's your touch? Doinked off the back of the head. Tim Wagner almost flicked it on, and you can see the funny side of things with Ray Sari. So a chance gone begging for Seattle Sounders 2, as they ping a free kick situation off the referee's head and out of play. Throw in for the Rangers in the attacking half, and it's just locked in. Pasher had his ankle in a catch, and he went to the turf. Soccer fans, Nike is an official sponsor of the USL. For more information, visit nike.com/soccer. Crowd didn't like Hansel Selbel being called for the foul there. Miller's punt forward causes some problems for Kuzain. And now a foul against Mathers on Selbel. And it'll be a yellow card. First of the game against Seattle goes to Zach Mathers. Well, based on the first 70 minutes or so of Zach Mathers tonight, you wouldn't have bet against him popping up with a yellow card. He's got the goal for the Sounders, and he's been involved in just about every battle in midfield as well. Here's the incident that led to him going in the referee's pocketbook. He's got eyes for the ball there, does Mathers. I think he's a bit unlucky there, actually. Selbel certainly holding his ground. Mathers clatters into him. He had eyes for the ball and just about jumped over the diminutive Selbel. Foul and a yellow card given by the referee. So Mathers goes into the book. We're in the 80th minute, just 10 minutes for the Rangers to hold on. Should they win by this 1-goal margin, that would mean Phoenix would need 9 goals against Portland Timbers 2. There's still defensive work yet to do for the Rangers. An obvious foul there against Barnathan in late. The sprint forward from Henry Wingo. He's been a spark plug off the bench, has Henry Wingo. And there's a yellow card against Dakota Barnathan. That's a pretty obvious one there. He knew what he was doing. Did the Massapequa, New York native. Just sliding over on the cover, and he knew he was second best to Henry Wingo. And the Lake Forest Park homegrown player for the Sounders, just 22 years old, and he's been everywhere on the pitch in the second half. Picks up the foul here, so move the big bodies forward, can the visitors. Cross in towards the far post. Well, it's a Bronx cheer from the zoo behind the goal, but I think that delivery from Mathers had Darren McLeod worried. The goalkeeper stretching to try and make sure that ball didn't go over his head. Scrambling to his left-hand side. It's off frame and out of play, but certainly we've seen Mathers test McLeod already this evening. Duke steps over the ball in midfield, and Pasher sprinting in behind on the left side. Cuts it back, Maloto off the post again! For a fourth time, the post rattles. And the Rangers thought they might have just closed it out there. Instead, it's the Sounders streaking forward. Doa hearing the shout, tried to find Wingo, well read by Barnathan. He jumped tall to head that away from the run of Henry Wingo. Pasher again getting in behind on the left-hand side. He picked out a nice cutback as well. Maloto must have thought he scored. It's the fourth time off the crossbar for the Rangers. Second, in fact, for Lebo Maloto. Actually, the third for Maloto. He's hit it 3 times by himself. And somehow this game is still 2-1. Keep up to date with USL all season long by visiting the new USLsoccer.com for everything you need to know about the USL. Referee points to where he wanted the throw taken from, and immediately the ball is gifted away by the Rangers. But Duke stealing in front of a white-shirted player there. Had to wear a foul. Advantage played. It didn't come to anything for the Rangers. But an interception by Marr just about might. Inside for Pasher. Heavy challenge from Sari. Advantage played. Duke trying to slip in a reverse pass for Selbel, but it was well read in the end by Ella. And now he's barking out orders as Edwa tries to stream forward past Marr. Good tackle, though, from Parker Marr. Able to catch up to the run. Guy Edwa plays it out of bounds. Coming in, 84th minute. Rangers trying to hold on to this lead. They'll get some help there. Ray Sari just misplacing a pass. You could hear him upset with himself after that as well. And that means the Sounders have to retreat into their own half. Fans, make sure you tune in to the USL's weekly show on Sirius XM FC channel 85 on Mondays at 8 o'clock Central for the latest news and information from around the league. Don't forget, Sirius XM FC will also air the USL Game of the Week. Check USLsoccer.com for dates and times. Barnathan nods it back to McLeod. Time ticking on here in the 85th minute. Plenty to play for the Rangers. They won't know it, but San Antonio FC leading by a score of 2-1 over Timbers 2. That would mean the Rangers would be unable to get the 3 seed, but they're trying to lock down the 4. Tyler Pasher, strong hands from Miller. As one Tyler denies the other. And Pasher, well, he's been in and around Tyler Miller's area all throughout the second half. Again, he just tries to cut it across the keeper there, and you see the strong left palm of Tyler Miller. Keeps that one out. Keeps Seattle very much in it. Just under 5 minutes to go here in regulation. And now a foul in the corner, and a chance for the Rangers to eat some more time off the clock. Natsal Selbel again doing his due diligence, holding up play, drawing a foul. The Rangers in no hurry to take this free kick. You won't see any of the defenders come forward either. Very much going to take their time. Oh, quickly taken. As Storm tried to play it off a defender. And somehow this game is still 2-1 after a number of plays off the crossbar. So the Rangers still with work to do to try and see this thing out. Wingo, what a delay move, just speeding past the Rangers defender, and now finds an excellent cutback into the area. Big time block from Omar Ballo. Looked like Chenka might have the ability to turn and fire. Omar Ballo steps forward, clears away the danger. Deep throw and a shout of keep as McLeod slides in. And the crowd didn't like the challenge there from Chenka. And the referee doesn't like words being spoken to him by David Olsen, so he puts David Olsen into the book there. Yellow card to number 71, and that'll allow us a chance to look at how on earth the Rangers are not at least one more goal up. So it's been a flurry of crossbar and post action for the Swope Park Rangers. McLeod punting it forward. 2.5 minutes of regular time to go here for the Swope Park Rangers to hold on in their attempts to try and host the first round of the USL Cup playoffs. Of course, tomorrow, some good Eastern Conference action. OCB trying to get into the action, but the Sounders streaking forward and on the edge of the area. It's a free kick and not a penalty. You can see Sarri pointing to a divot in the turf. And that's how close it was to being in the area. But instead, it will be a foul on the edge of the box. As Guy Edouard just easing his body in front of Omar Ballo, he draws a foul. And so in the 89th minute, Seattle Sounders 2 with an opportunity to level the score. Mathers already with a free kick goal to his name tonight. McLeod setting up his wall. He's got 5 blue shirts in the wall. Now a couple of white shirts come in to cause some havoc. More blue shirts in the wall. This one just about 19 yards out. Mather steps forward and smashes it into the wall. The wall does its job. The defense pushes out. And now the Sounders dump it into the corner with Jordi Delem. He's tackled by Tyler Pasher. Clearance completed. And numbers forward now. Back heel from Aloto. Selva running into space. Eased off the ball Good tracking from Sari. And a slip from Mathers, but he's kept possession somehow. So the Sounders, as we move forward into added time here, trying to find an equalizer. There'll be 3 minutes of added time. Wingo skies his cross from the left-hand side. Takes some doing to chase it down, and Edua does well. He does, keeps it in play. But he's eased off the ball by Marr. Expert defending from Parker Marr. And now Pasher's clearance is blocked out, and a chance for the Rangers to breathe just a little bit. Flurry of activity for the Sounders after that close free kick. And it's a chance to perhaps waste some time here. And a bit of a curtain call as well for Lebo Moloto. Well, he got one goal, but he got a hat trick of crossbar and post action. Lebo Moloto. Fantastic afternoon for Moloto, as he had several opportunities, bang off the woodwork. Good save there from Tyler Miller. This one, of course, from Hernandez. The last one from Moloto, but he did get the equalizer, did Lebo Moloto, so he's withdrawn, having done his job, replaced by Cameron Iwasa, who will make his 22nd appearance for the Rangers. Immediately Iwasa trying to get involved with a header. Hussein puts his hands up as if to claim he didn't foul there. It's quite obvious he did, so another free kick for Seattle. Time running out here. Rangers trying to see it through. Mathers clips it into the area towards the far post, headed back towards goal. And Darren McLeod will just fall on this one. He'll take his time in allowing the blue shirts to push up the field. He was put under pressure as he tried to drop it to the turf to complete his clearance. Immediately put under pressure, and now his poor clearance means Seattle right back into the attacking third. Seattle searching for an equalizer. Goalie coming up into the area as well. Late arriving from Tyler Miller. But it doesn't matter. It's cleared away from the area, and the Rangers have come from behind to take all 3 points in their final game of the season, and that should all but guarantee a home playoff game for the Swope Park Rangers, as they'll await the weekend's action to see exactly what goes down. But in all likelihood, with San Antonio FC winning against Portland Timbers 2 in the late stages of that game, it should be the Swope Park Rangers hosting Phoenix Rising in the first round of the USL Western Conference playoffs. 2-1 the final score from Kansas City. Stick with us. We'll be right back with full-time highlights as the Swope Park Rangers come from behind and snag all 3 points. Swope Park Rangers 2, Sounders 2-1. full-time in Kansas City, full-time on the regular season for the Swope Park Rangers. And in stylish fashion, they come from behind in the second half to get a victory, and an important victory at that, as it looks to have secured a home playoff game coming in about 10 days' time here in Kansas City. Notzel Selbel certainly played a role, coming off the bench and making an impact. Let's take a look at the highlights from tonight's encounter between SPR and Seattle Sounders 2. In the first half, very even affair until Zach Mathers won a foul, took matters into his own hand, and slots it past the outstretched Darren McLeod, just nestling it into the bottom corner. But it wasn't soon into the second half as the Rangers claw one back immediately after the restart. Free kick from Hernandez forces a save from Miller, and then a nice cutback really caught out Libo Maloto, able to slot it home. And then the penalty drawn by Felipe Hernandez, and there's the difference in the game. Notzel Selbel, the game-winning goal from the penalty spot. He knows what a big goal that was, as it puts the Rangers out to a 2-1 final score. 3 points for the Swope Park Rangers, and now they'll just pay attention this weekend as they wait to see if Phoenix can do the unlikely and win by 9 goals against Portland Timbers 2. That game taking place late on Saturday night. It is in Phoenix, but quite the hill to climb for Phoenix Rising, Didier Drogba and crew if they want to try and steal this home playoff game from the Rangers, who just about get it done here tonight in Kansas City. And that's good night on our final regular season broadcast. We appreciate everyone who watched our games throughout the season. And what a stellar crew we've had this season as well. Producer director Jordan Burrell, the TD Brad Zimmerman, replay Jason Briley, Maggie Blair, just destroying the graphics, Aaron Clark in audio, Jared Solig video, our all-star camera crew, Randall Steinman, Paul Stokes, John Gerhards, and Steve Wagner. I'm Carter Augustine. Thanks for watching, and take care. Full time, Swope Park Rangers 2, Seattle Sounders 2-1.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League may not be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the express written consent from the United Soccer League.